Guys, thanks for tuning into yet another episode of Horford Happy Hour. This week we're going to be talking Pride. So it is Gay Pride Month and we want to celebrate that and we want to bring about some awareness and things like that. So we are talking Pride this week, why it's important and how to be an ally and how stupid the idea of having a straight Pride parade is. So we're going to dive into all of that. The wine this week is Creme de Lis, and it is a Chardonnay from California. I like this Chardonnay. It's not my favorite Chardonnay ever, but it is like pretty tasty. It's kind of like really rich, a little toasty, and I'm a fan. What do you think, Maria?
I think it's a good summer wine, and it is like really creamy, like the bottle says it's creamy and tropical fruit and stuff, and yeah, I don't know, I give it like a 9 out of 10.
I just realized that I didn't even introduce you.
Oh yeah.
So it's Maria.
It's me.
Surprise. Everyone's favorite guest is here this week. So I wanted to talk about this with Maria because she is part of the LGBTQIA community. IA. And I think we're going to get into it a little, but I don't really know what I am, to be honest.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of people don't know what they are.
Yeah, I don't. It's like, remember that song we made up when we were really drunk coming home from the bar and we were all like, everybody's a little gay. Yeah. That was like the hook of the song. We're like, everybody is a little gay. Everybody's a little gay.
We should probably get in the recording studio.
Yeah, because I think everybody is a little gay.
Especially the people that are like, act like they're super anti-gay. It's like, what are you hiding?
They're 1,000% a little gay.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So just to kind of kick things off for some background, I did a little vocab research because I know a lot of people are familiar with LGBTQ, but the whole thing is LGBTQIA, and then there was another one that you looked up that had like 2 T's and 2 A's in it. I didn't go that in depth because I feel like the terms that I came across cover a lot.
Yeah.
There's so many different terms.
Yeah, the super long one is kind of not like a couple of the extra letters aren't really necessary, I would say.
Because it's like 2 of the same letter kind of thing. Yeah. So LGBTQIA, for those of you who don't know, stands for lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, intersex, queer/questioning, asexual, and then also many other terms because there's like the plus sign at the end of it.
Yeah, the pansexual.
Yeah, so for non-binary and pansexual. For those of you who don't know, intersex is a general term used for a variety of conditions in which a person is born with a reproductive or sexual anatomy that doesn't seem to fit the typical definitions of female or male. So there's that. I actually didn't know that.
Yeah, wait, so you feel like you don't fit into either
a male or a female.
Oh.
Like you don't really fit with, it says you don't seem to fit with the typical definitions of a female or male.
Okay.
Queer or questioning just means the questioning of one's gender and sexual identity, sexual orientation, or all three. And it's a process of exploration by people who may be unsure, still exploring, and concerned about applying a social label to themselves for various reasons. I think, like, if I were being completely honest, I feel like I'm kind of part of the questioning group because I don't consider myself 100% straight necessarily. I feel like if there was, like, a human I really connected with, it wouldn't really matter what sex they were. And I don't think that love cares.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where I feel like I kind of fall in. I've only ever had male partners, but I would never be like, 1,000% I would never be with a woman or whatever, you know?
Yeah.
Asexual is just someone without sexual feelings or associations. So asexual individuals may still experience attraction, but this attraction doesn't need to be realized in any sexual manner. And I actually know a couple people who are asexual who find other people attractive or they will even have crushes but they have no sexual desire. So I think that's very interesting. And non-binary, for those of you who don't know, is also known as genderqueer. So it's a spectrum of gender identities that are not exclusively masculine or feminine, identities that are outside the gender binary and cis normativity. Non-binary people may express a combination of masculinity and femininity or neither in their gender expression. And then pansexual just means...
you love pancakes.
You love pancakes.
I'm just kidding.
Which wouldn't be true for you. You love waffles.
Yep.
No, so...
I'm waff-sexual. Oh my god.
You want to fuck a waffle? Is that what you're talking about?
No.
That's what it sounds like when you say
you know
waff-sexual.
Just cut that out.
I'm going to keep it in.
Great.
That's what she said.
Oh my god.
Anyway.
Oh my god.
Okay, so... Pansexuality or omnisexuality is the sexual, romantic, or emotional attraction towards people regardless of their sex or gender identity. Pansexual people may refer to themselves as gender blind, asserting that gender and sex are not determining factors in their romantic or sexual attraction to others.
So you like everybody?
Yeah, which kind of seems like some questioning people could kind of fall into that, I guess. And then just because we're going to be using this term a bit, even though it's not part of the LGBTQIA vocabulary, cisgender, sometimes cissexual, often abbreviated to simply cis, is a term for people whose gender identity matches the sex that they were assigned at birth. For example, someone who identifies as a woman and was assigned a female at birth is a cisgender woman.
Okay.
All right, so...
I guess I didn't know that word.
Yeah, and I mean, I've seen it a lot on social media, and I have looked up that word before just because I want to make sure that I got the definition right, just because you don't want to use it incorrectly or, you know, embarrass yourself trying to use the correct terminology. Mm-hmm. I think something that's really tricky nowadays is when you run into people who don't identify as he or she. And so they would prefer to be, you know, they or them. And my only, issue with that is just to kind of be fair or set the record straight. Like, you do have to let people know.
You do have to let people know because
you can't just expect
what are we just supposed to guess?
Just to say they or them, even though, I mean, if we were all raised that way, that's one thing, but we were completely raised to see people as he or she or whatever. And I'm not saying that that shouldn't change or that we shouldn't be open to change, but I'm just saying, I think that people who fall under that category need to have patience with cisgender people who just aren't familiar with that world yet.
Yeah. No, I totally agree.
Yeah. So, okay, let's get into Pride. And to kind of start, I have some background on the rainbow flag. So do you know why the gay pride flag uses the rainbow? Or do you have any guesses?
Because why would they exclude one color when they could have all the colors?
I think that is part of it.
I don't know.
So I was looking up different articles and stuff just because I wanted to be okay, what's the history on this? So the source, I found this on CBS. So back in 1978, Gilbert Baker created the rainbow flag to represent gay pride. And Gilbert believed deeply that visibility is the key to liberation. So in short, if people are invisible, they aren't free. Mm-hmm. And he designed the flag to be as bright as possible so it could always be seen. Yep. So when people see that icon, they know they're in a safe harbor and they know they're with their people. Okay. Which I think is really cool.
And it's easy. Yeah, easy to spot. That's smart, Gilbert.
Good job, Gilbert.
I wonder if he's probably still alive. That wasn't that long ago.
I don't know. I have no idea. I should have looked that up. I didn't, though. So the sight of a gay pride flag, for me, is always kind of just welcoming and reassuring. Mm-hmm. And it's so different than if we were to see, a Confederate flag.
Oh my God.
You know, especially as a minority, you see that flag and you actually kind of fear for your safety.
100%.
It really flashes through your head, oh, this person could have a gun, this person could hate me just on sight because they don't, believe that people who look like me should have rights. So that's terrifying. Mm-hmm. But, if you see a gay pride flag, you're most likely going to encounter a group of kind and open individuals.
Yeah, where's the city we stay in when we go to Boston? Is it Newton?
Yeah.
I was walking around there, whatever, last time I was there, and there were tons of gay pride
I think Boston
flags,
has
and
lots of
like,
pockets of gay communities.
Just makes you feel safe to like walk around, and it really is like a welcoming.
It's like a little beacon of light.
Yeah.
Like, you just know that you're
like,
probably going to be
cool.
safe. And, and the people are going to be cool. And they're going to treat you, like, with respect and things like that. So that kind of brings us to, why do we need pride? I wanted to get the words of someone who was part of the gay community specifically. And so I went to pride.com, which is a really cool resource. And an author named Buffy Flores wrote that pride events, specifically pride parades, are about visibility and creating a sense of belonging for people who may not have it. And it's about giving hope to people who may feel that life will never get better. Mm-hmm. And pride can mean so many things all at once, making it nearly impossible to necessarily describe or sum up. But pride is a place of solace and a place of safety for many of these people. It's an open door to new possibilities, and it's proof that people like them are loved exactly as they are by other people, and that being queer isn't synonymous with being alone, which I think is a really beautiful sentiment. And she also went on to say that pride is also necessary for those in the LGBTQ community who fought for so many years to get where they are today. And she goes on to say they fought so we could lead free-ish lives with, in parentheses, some of the respect we deserve. And while the fight still goes on today, that doesn't mean we shouldn't take the time to celebrate and honor the rights we have because of queer warriors and allies. And in many ways, pride is a powerful way to show that we won and that we beat those who wanted to make America a place where queerness was hidden and shameful, and a place where being queer was thought of as a mental illness, which is like the most heartbreaking thing. I mean, it wasn't that long ago that people were having to hide this for fear of their lives. And I know in some places, even in the US, it's still like that. And it just, like, honestly makes me so sick to my stomach. And she kind of closes out the article by saying, like, before you knock it, just think about the middle school kid for whom going to a pride event is a dream because they're so excited they get to be themselves somewhere without fear of judgment. And think about the elderly gay man for whom pride is a reminder of how far they've come. And think about these people before you think solely about what pride means to you. What pride means to you.